Welcome to the Artistic Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your Mystical Muse. Welcome back, everyone. Great to see you all. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. Information to the links you need for my website. You need a reading, spiritual coaching, gemstone frequency jewelry, oracle decks is all below. So, feeling good is the theme for mid-July. And it says, it's good to feel good. Indeed, it is. And hopefully you've been implementing those things from the beginning of July reading to help you feel good, to help you navigate, to be more in a place of peace and joy and calm and gratitude. Bottom of the deck, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become reality. So when you feel good, you're more positive. You also have a better outlook. You raise your frequency to what's being placed in your path, right? But knowing that, having faith in that, knowing it may take time, divine timing is important, but it will come to reality in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. Bottom of the deck, moving forward. And we talked about this at the beginning of the month, a step at a time. And it doesn't matter how small the step is or how big a leap it is. It's moving forward, moving beyond what has been, right? And that's really important. And also kind of going in, part of that step is going into this unknown. It's glimmers, it's kind of like the void of creation, right? It's illuminated a little bit. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like or at all, but knowing that it's going to unfold the way it's meant to for our highest good. Those steps, each and every one, is part of your sacred journey. And we have the snake with the medicine, right? And these always remind me of peacock eyes. It's sort of a peacock feather thing with this snake. Peacocks are all about intuition, connecting with those niggles and nudges and being divinely guided, right, on this path to renewal and rebirth. Snakes shed their skin. So this path, this journey you're on is very sacred. It's sacred and should be looked at as such, even in its challenges. Why? It's helping you understand something. It's helping you to possibly heal something, to learn something, to help prepare you for other things down the road. So lots of gratitude for that. Yeah. Time to awaken. You are awakening. Each step you take, and in some cases, each day is a new, that saying, a new day dawns, a new part of your awakening process. And that some people say, well, you have an awakening. You do have awakening. Sometimes there's really big epiphany, aha moments, but also there's more than one, right? Depending on where you are in the learning journey. So you may have an epiphany, you get something that you need to work on, you need to master, and then the next thing, it's leveling up. So we're talking, that's what like an awakening is about. You awakening to the fact that this is what this is, this journey. It says, keep your eyes open. When we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. So this also goes back to the beginning of the July reading where it was asking us to be present, to be mindful, to be conscious, right, of those things around you. Taking the time, even a pause, to really be in the moment and look around and see what's going on, right? What's happening, what's unfolding for you. Receiving. Be open to receiving. Some of us are really good givers. We can overgive. Having grace to receive is just as important, not just for you, learning to balance, right? It's important for the person who's trying to give it to you. They in turn are trying to receive grace by being giving and you in the position of receiving. When we open ourselves up to others, we open ourselves up to the abundance of the universe. So as you become more aware, you become more aligned, and you give, and you also need to be open to receiving. Otherwise, you block not only the blessing that it is for you, you block the person's blessing trying to give it, right? That is what grace is about, is having the grace and the gratitude to and appreciation for that process. And it's also, you can look at it too as kind of like the law of reciprocity, but also that balance again, which it talked about in our last reading. Yeah, bottom of the deck, you shining. We talked about your divine light. The more you become in alignment, the more you continue on your path, aligned path, you don't stray, your light increases, and that everyone benefits from that. Step into the light. You are a gift to the world. You are just the way you are. Oh, and that's funny. You're a gift. We just talked about giving and receiving. So what you give is you of yourself is a gift, right? It's a portion of you when you give something, even when it's of your time or the act of being kind. It doesn't have to be a material gift, though it can be. Nurture your physical body. So again, compared to the beginning of the month, we're still being taught to do self-care, that comfort, that taking care of the body. And it's important because of something else that came out. We also, and I'll get to that here in a minute, but how are you nurturing your body? How are you caring for it? Because it's the vehicle. I mean, your soul's in here. It's who you really are. And this is the packaging. This is the vehicle. You got to take care of it so you can complete your path, complete your journey along the way. Breathe and become aware. So the more you take time to stop and smell the roses, as they say, or breath work, just even taking, it doesn't have to be, I mean, there are breath work exercises. You can go to YouTube, find a whole bunch, go to a workshop, but taking that time to breathe in deeply, take a few deep breaths, especially if something's challenging, you feel stress in the body, deep breaths help clear that energy. So that's really important. And that goes along, it came out with the body care. So that's all part of that. We need oxygen, obviously. At the beginning of the month, we had play. It came out again. That's part of your wellness. That's part of finding joy. That's part of raising your vibration, being in alignment, finding joy. So how are you taking time to play? What brings you joy? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. We talked about this. How are you unbinding yourself from things, from those belief systems, those thoughts, those created things that were meant to keep you tethered? How are you releasing that? And it can also be from a body sense. When you carry stress or burdens, your breathing's more shallow. You maybe have more aches and pains. They can manifest in other ways. So how are you unbinding and releasing yourself of those types of, whether it's energy or things that create that energy? Yeah, what lights you up? What lights you up that allows you to shine? What brings you joy? What do you enjoy doing? I love doing these readings. I get to do them every month for you all, and I get great joy from that. Priestess, how are you being called to step up? So here we have it again, like the beginning of the month, taking that step on that sacred journey, right? Moving forward, listening to your inner, they call it God, this is a goddess, but priest or priestess. How are you listening to that guidance system you have, those niggles, nudges, intuition, epiphanies, ahas? And how are you being called to step into that or to step forward, right? How are you being called to lead yourself? You may, as a result, lead others, but how are you stepping up and leading in your truth and integrity, in your divine light, right? That's really important. Okay. I keep grabbing this other card and I didn't know. Oh, dance. Yeah. Oh, Spirit wants you to dance, to play, to move. That's that body action thing, to move. Dance when nobody's looking. Put on the music. Just saying. It's a fun thing to do. We also have, from the Gaia deck, we have changing DNA. Everything within my cellular structure is changeable because each molecule is a piece of God. I am whole, I am healthy, I am holy. Yeah, as you make these shifts, these changes, being in alignment, upping your vibration, it changes your DNA. And for some of it, it discards. Got the snake again, the shedding of the skin. It gets rid of stuff that's no longer usable. And there's other stuff in our DNA that's been waiting to be activated. So know that you are beautifully made just the way you are, but this whole cycle, this whole system and process of you evolving, it will change you on a cellular level. It changes your frequency because the frequency comes from the cells. And there's all kinds of science on that. But like, when they do music with water and the type of music, the type of frequency, how it changes, we are mostly water. So imagine you as a beautiful big snowflake. And the more you change your frequency, what you give to yourself, how you care for your body, how you think, how you act, what you say, what you do, that changes your cells. Pretty cool stuff. Divine order. I am in the right place at the right time, and everything is in divine order. Yes, it is happening to you, or is happening for you, not to you. So divine order, divine timing is really interesting because we tend to think that our timeline is linear, right? Things that happen linearly. Divine timing, divine order, once you become more aware and start looking at things, weird things happen. This goes on here, or something happens here. You dream this here, and you're like, well, that was kind of strange. What is going on? Eventually, those random, as I call them, puzzle pieces, other things click together, and eventually you can put it all together, whatever that is. But know that divine timing is at work, divine order, and you're meant to get things when you're meant to get them and how you're supposed to get them. Just saying. And surrender to that. Don't try forcing it because that just doesn't work, and it brings more things that just try to browbeat you into realizing not to force things. Jade, wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So again, we've got all this green coming out, right? And the thing with the body, feeling good. So know that it's a partnership with the universe. They will help assist you with your healing, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But you have to do your part. You got to care for the vessel, the physical vessel, the emotional vessel, the mental and spiritual vessel. It's all together. And when it's in tandem and it's all working together, you change your DNA, you change the way you see things, it changes your frequency, and other experiences come in. So, Jade for wellness. And we have Ruby, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So for some of us, heart mending is needed. And maybe you can't do it on your own. You need somebody to help you see the forest through the trees kind of thing. Who are your inner group, your inner tribe, right? Maybe you need someone like me that gives you, I can give you a channeled reading that helps you figure out where you need to heal, how you need to heal, right? So if that's the case, reach out and we'll get a reading for you. Or maybe you need frequency jewelry. If you just physically need healing, you felt out of whack and it helps you to heal your heart, maybe that's something you need to also do. I don't know. But either way, the ruby represents love and heart mending, heart mending. And that's kind of sometimes a continual thing. You can heal it pretty well, but then maybe something happens, it makes you feel sad. So just keep that in mind. People, find your tribe, find the support you need to help heal your heart. Ask for divine help. It works with free will, so you have to ask your ancestors, ask angels, spirit, God, whatever, the universe. If you need assistance, they are always there regardless. They may send you someone, just saying. Surrender resentments. Oh, maybe that's part of the heart healing. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So you don't have to like what they did, but you do need to let it go. Why? Why keep yourself prisoner? Just saying, because of something they did that was hurtful and it was their issue. You're not meant to be shackled. So thank them for the lesson, because I don't know how, even if you're there to help give them a lesson, I don't know how you cannot take anything from it for yourself. To me, that's part of what awareness is like what is the sweetness you can take from this, something you've learned, right? But to let them go, because it pulls your vibration down, and it's nothing that serves you. It's not meant to serve you. Surrender to silence. Oh, this is interesting. I've seen this castle. It's in France, I think. It's Archangel Michael's at the top. Interesting. A little synchronicity for me, perhaps. Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Silencing the voices, the thoughts, helping to heal the heart and the mind, right? And there's that kind of green. It doesn't show up on the camera so much, but it's got that green tone again for the heart chakra. Awesome. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from the heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Instead of trying to be the victim or trying to make them the villain, right? That's your ego talking. It's wanting gratification, and it's kind of false gratification. So it was a lesson, let it go, right? And it's not that you're a bigger or better person. It's what you need to do for yourself. Just saying. Yeah, surrender your need to always be right. What I was just saying with the ego. It's not about that. It's not about you being right. There may be things that come to pass you're like, doesn't surprise you. but it's a form of judgment, and you were to come from a place of non-judgment. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. So as you live your life with more presence, more purpose, more alignment, you may, unbeknownst to you, become the teacher for others. Like, wow, they've really changed. Why are they are just so wonderful to be around, right? You're teaching by being a model of that. There may be others that, though, you are drawn to, that you have something to share, that you want to assist with. And so that's that. If you have that inner call, that's kind of what that alludes to. And the bottom of the deck, we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. And you help make up that light, right? Faith that everything's going to work out the way it's divinely intended for your highest good. Now, can that highest good be uncomfortable? Absolutely. But it's there to assist you in some way. So just keep that in mind. Observe it. Step back from it if you need to, and see what it needs to show you. All right. To close out, I've got the keys to the 13 Universal Laws deck. This is an oracle deck I created. There are 13, not 12. 13 is love, and it governs everything. Yeah, universal law of vibration. That's what we've been talking about this month. Key to spirit, connecting with your higher self, with the divine, right? And the more you raise your vibration, the more you're able to connect. Key to abundance. Yes. So as you make the shift, take those steps towards positivity, towards gratitude, for love and compassion. And that's the key to receiving abundance of all kinds, shapes. Yeah, universal law of polarity is at the bottom. This is an interesting one. So polarity is when opposites attract. So keep in mind that when you raise your vibration, it does bring like things to you, but it can also bring things that are the opposite. So for example, if you're light, it can bring something that we would call of a darkness, right? And part of the reason is the more you illuminate, the more sometimes haters you draw in. And so love them, send them compassion, set up those boundaries, and also know that sometimes this stuff comes in because it's like, wonder if they're ready to level up. The universe is looking at like, wow, they've been handling their business, they've been doing what they need to do. Let's give them a little test. Have they truly mastered that? And maybe not. Maybe you need a little more work, a little more time to marinate, as we say. Or you handle it beautifully, and guess what? Other forms of abundance experiences come into play. So that's all I have for you. Thank you for being here. Like I said, thank you for the likes, shares, subscribes. You need a reading, you need some coaching, feel free to reach out on my website. And if my readings tend to be an hour, so if you want a half an hour, just send me a text. I don't have that set up yet. I've been thinking about how I want to do that. So to provide shorter readings. Or if you just want coaching, you're really going through something and you need assistance, that's why I'm here. So blessings to you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.